This is how I replaced the passenger axle for a 2010 Toyota Camry. I put a screwdriver through the brake pad bracket to hold the rotor from turning. I used a breaker bar and a 30mm socket to loosen the axle nut. I used a 7/8 wrench to remove the spindle from the strut. I used jaw-locking pliers to remove the shaft hole snap ring. Removing the drive shaft hole snap ring. I used a 30mm socket and impact gun to remove the axle nut faster. I removed the axle from the spindle. Now I am ready to remove the complete axle. I used a 14mm socket to remove this bolt here. I used a 14mm socket to remove the bolts that hold the support bearing bracket. I used my homemade leverage tube to help me loosen the support bearing bracket bolts. This is how I took off the top bearing bracket bolt. Click a like if you like this video so far. I used a 14mm socket and ratchet like this. And I used a universal joint socket adapter like this, along with the homemade leverage tube I made, to loosen the bolts here. I was careful here not to damage these pins where the bearing bracket sits. I took the axle out like this, because it was very stuck on the bracket. I used a pry bar to help me move the bracket off. I also hammer the bracket outward along with the axle so it can come off. Little by little, this is how I took it out. Finally, after some time, the axle came out like this. I used an oil drain pan to catch the transmission fluid. Remember to be careful when working under your car. Have at least your jack stand, your floor jack, and a tire underneath. Finally, the bearing bracket and axle is off. Removing the axle. This is how the inside of the transmission looks. After removing the axle, the transmission dropped fluid. It dropped about half a quart to 1 quart of fluid. Remember to add the same amount of fluid back in. Look for the transmission fill plug bolt. It should be on the other side of the transmission. This is how I took off the axle from the bracket. I added WD-40 and hammered it outward. Keep in mind that I damaged the axle pinion shaft by hammering it like this. This is how the damage looked. I was not worried because I had a new axle. Do not hit it from here if you are reusing the complete axle. I added some grease inside the shaft carrier bearing bracket. That way the axle can slide in a bit easier. I noticed there was a small rubber seal here. I made sure it was inside once I put the bolt back on. I installed the carrier shaft bearing bracket. This is the comparison between the original axle and the aftermarket axle. Link will be in the description to buy this axle. This is how I installed the passenger axle. I used a microfiber towel and the axle nut as well. I hammered in the axle little by little. I used the axle nut that I will not be using, because it will get a little bit damaged. This axle nut is good only to put in the axle. I also took off the strut so I can hammer in the axle easier. This is how it looked when I hammered in the axle. I could feel that it went in. It will take some time to hammer in the axle like this. You too can do it. I finally installed the shaft hole snap ring. The shaft hole snap ring should go in easily. This is how it looked once the axle was inserted. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more car insights.